So today I'm going to talk about the night I had last night and the pictures I took. Seems like it's been forever. It almost has been forever, it feels like, anyways, with all the clouds and everything. But, anyways, let's get into it. Hey, everybody, welcome back to my channel. Um, so, I haven't been able to get out and do some photography, astrophotography, for quite a few weeks now. I've made some other videos and shorts and stuff like that, but uh, the weather's been, I wouldn't say crappy. It's been cloudy. We've had some rain, but I mean I haven't been able to get out due to all the clouds. Like some days it'll be nice and blue, and then come sunfall or it just clouds up. So I haven't been able to. These past couple of days have been pretty good, and then you get out there and it clouds over. But last night I was able to get out. I went to a dark sky site. I went to my dark sky site that's about 45 minutes away, and the clouds held off for the most part. There were some wispy high clouds, but for the most part it wasn't too bad. The only thing that was bad was that big glowing ball called the moon. And with me not having any light suppression filters, it made my observing very limited of what I could photograph. I just did globular clusters. Um, One of them I've already done, M13, the Great Globular Cluster in Hercules. So yeah, I did two other ones, but I had, now kind of getting off topic here. Um, I had some issues, as you can see behind me here. Um, I've uh, I've I've done something a little different here. I'm just gonna go grab my scope here so you can see. Actually, well, you can probably see here. Okay, so I've added this rail. This is the rail that originally came with this telescope, and it fit on the Alt-Az mount. This is a Vixen style dovetail plate. As you can see here, I'll just pick it up. Okay, so as you can see, it's not that wide, whereas the bottom one is very wide. The reason for that being is my mount only accommodates this plate, which is a D style dovetail. And I want to be able to use this bar on my mount, but my mount only accepts this bar for the time being. I'll have to get a new saddle for my mount. So that'll be down the road. I'd like to get it. I'd like to get it fairly soon, but with everything that goes on with life, and bills and mortgage and all that, it's a balancing act for sure. I have a very understanding wife, I guess, for the most part. Um, I know this. I know me doing this and spending money probably drives her nuts, but it's something that I am very passionate about, and I enjoy. I enjoy bringing it to you. I hope you like these videos. Um, but anyway, yeah, without any light suppression filters, I was very, very limited to what I could shoot, and with the high wispy clouds coming in and out, it made for a difficult night. Um, Now, I guess going back to my scope, um, I've changed the configuration. So I got a little ball head there, and um, it was meant for my DSLR camera to fit on. after I aligned the telescope with the night sky. Needless to say, that didn't pan out too well. um, it was I had a lot of problems, so I had to try plate solving with APT. For the most part, it worked pretty well, but um, I probably should have done at least a 1 star alignment, but I couldn't because when I'd slew to an object or a star to do a star alignment, um, it wasn't in my field of view. When I was looking on the computer screen, it wasn't in my field of view. And I needed this. This is my red dot finder. So in case, the way I had it before is I had it mounted here. But seeing since this bracket is here, I can't use this. Now, the whole point of me wanting to use this bracket to mount to my telescope saddle is because there's 2 screws here and there's 2 screws on the other side that can mount this. So if I flip the orientation over, I could probably keep this or I could take it off. All depends. And I can mount this and one other accessory like a finder scope or a guide scope or something like that when I get into guiding. But in that configuration, I can't use this. So what I'm thinking of doing is going back to my original configuration with this, getting rid of this, putting this back on, and doing my 3-star alignment. I found that, or 2-star alignment plus 3 optional stars, which gave me bang on guiding. Like, it was nuts. Like, it would just go right to the object. It'd be almost dead center in the field. But yeah, so I'm gonna have to change that up and go back to that original configuration, which I'm not too upset about. But the thing is it worked and it was simple. I do my star alignment and then everything just worked. There are a few things I'm going to try out, but that's the great thing about this hobby. And on the flip side, the frustrating part of this hobby is that you have to find something that works for you. What someone else might have might not work for you. What you have, it might not work for somebody else. Yeah, this hobby is extremely rewarding, but at the same time, it's extremely frustrating, or it can be. Now, I'm not saying that to discourage anybody that's thinking about getting into astronomy or astrophotography or anything like that. If you want to do it, do it. The rewards far outweigh the frustration. Now, me, when I bought this scope, I didn't do my homework. I had my mind set on this kind of scope. I didn't think of field of view or focal length or anything like that. I was just, okay, more power, a bigger scope's going to be better. And this is a great scope. Don't get me wrong. This is an amazing scope. I love it. But it limits me to what I can shoot. If I had something with a wider field of view, like say a Red Cat or a Space Cat or a Sharp Star 61, I believe those have like a 360 millimeter focal length, whereas this one has like a 1200 with the focal reducer on it, has a 1280 millimeter focal length. But it's a great scope. Don't get me wrong. I just wish I would have went a little wider field, because the learning curve probably wouldn't have been as much, or it would be more forgiving. Having a setup like this, having a scope like this, you need to guide. You have to do guiding, because I can only get maybe 2 minutes unguided But I mean, like the stars are starting to really get egg shaped. So it's starting to trail. In other words, last night I was only getting 60-second 1 minute exposures. Um, Might have been my polar alignment was off a little bit. Um, it probably wasn't perfectly level, or maybe it settled in the ground where I was. Um, but uh, but yeah, I was only getting 60-second exposures, and yeah, it was. I was hoping for more, but with the moonlight too, it was washing everything out. Like my images before stacking and processing were just almost completely washed out because of the moonlight. But yeah, that's something I'm gonna have to invest in. I'm gonna have to invest in a good filter. I would love to get a dedicated astronomy camera, but that's down the road because they're crazy expensive, or they can be. And I would like to get a new saddle for my mount, so I can put this dovetail back on, flip the orientation over, and then be able to use the screws on the bottom here and on the other side to mount um, accessories. Or if I want, I can keep this plate on, mount an accessory here or on the other side, whichever way. I can configure it how I want it. So that's my goal there. But anyway, I meant to make this video all about the clusters, the globular clusters that I photographed. I guess you could say I had a cluster of an evening. That was a joke that the gentleman that I went with, he said. It was kind of funny. Stephen, if you watch this, you know what I'm talking about. Anyways, so what I'm gonna do here is I'll post the pictures of the shots that I made last night. I didn't record me doing the stacking and the editing because it would have it would have been a long video. So um, hopefully I can keep this video shorter than 20 minutes, or I'll probably be wrapping up in a few minutes here. But yeah, this there's my dogs. But anyway, oh, and another thing, I got a dew heater, so no more dew problems. Hopefully, I don't know if it's in the right spot. I tried to put it up front here, and because of the two dovetail plates, it it didn't quite fit. And I'm wondering if, well, I'm taking this one off for sure because I got to put that red dot finder back on there. But I'm wondering if I can loosen that bottom one off a little bit and kind of sneak it under a little bit and then tighten it just so it sits back from the edge a bit more. If you have a similar setup, if anybody watches this that has a similar setup to this, and you have a solution that you've come across, by all means, please tell me in the comments what you did, or if you have any suggestions. But yeah, that's the video. So what I'll do is I'll post the pictures at the end of the video. Again, I try and bring you content here that's unscripted. I give my honest opinion about stuff. I try and tell you stuff that I've had problems with or that's worked for me. If you find these videos helpful, I would really appreciate a like, and don't forget to please comment and subscribe if you like the content as well. Anyways, Everett here signing off, and we'll talk to you later.